Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit today about keeping sight of the level of competition that you have out there in the world from other men. This, I think, is one of those times when all of us as guys get inside of our brains and we assume that the rest of the world around us brings much more to the table than they actually do. We have this way of assuming that there's so many guys out there that just would outshine you and that are better than you, better at attracting women, better at retaining women, all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, the reality, the real, true, at the bottom of the day reality, and this is the part that you really have to start thinking on these terms. You have to start believing on these terms if you're going to lift yourself up and find more successes that you're after in life. It's like you really have to believe this and understand this deep down. But what I'm saying here is we all get inside our heads. We all just assume that everybody else around us is like doing things equally as good, if not better than we are. But if you're the type of guy that listens to my channel, first and foremost, there's a couple things that I want to lay out to you here and explain to you and instill in you and hopefully get you to believe on these terms that you are better than your competition. You basically don't have any competition once you build yourself up from the inside out. But first and foremost, guys, I haven't talked a lot about this stuff, but there's many elements that go into making you a high-value person and a man of value that goes out there and wins and accomplishes and executes in life. And a lot of those things have to do with, I'm hoping that the guys that listen to my channel, it's like you've got a good job. You've got your finances in check. You've got a good social life. You've got good people around you. You have good energy. You're a positive person. You're all these sorts of things. You're taking care of your physical appearance. You're in good shape generally. Like you've worked a little bit on your appearance and your fashion and just the way you conduct yourself, the way you move and interact and talk in the world. Those are all fantastic things. I hope you have all those things. Now, here's where the buck stops and here's where the line in the sand is, and here's what I want to give you guys that I hope sticks with you and is the really important part where I say, like, what separates you from the rest of the people out there in the world or the rest of the guys that you perceive to be your competition is there's a line in the sand. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But sure, before I say that, guys, yes, there's plenty of guys out there that do all those things I just laid out. They've got a good job too. They look good on the outside. They've got similar characteristics to you. And they're maybe equal in that regard, but the bright, shining line here, and this is the important one, guys, is that, and this is the biggest thing I'm after on my channel, guys, integrity. You're the guy that does all those other things well, but above and beyond that, you have integrity. You are the guy that takes the high road. You're a stand-up person. You are a person of a different moral fiber deep down beneath all those layers that all the other guys like have bits and pieces of those things, and there's a lot of that out there in the world. But what there's not a lot of is the people that truly have integrity. And that's the thing that I believe is going to really, truly set you apart in this world. And I know there's people that would argue with me all day, night, all day long about this, that the integrity doesn't matter, that women are after other things, women are interested in other things, and that's really what wins the game. But there's this surface level game that goes on, and that might be the case some of the times, but in the long run, the long game, the people, in my eyes, that are going to have the greatest success, not only with women, but just generally in life, it's the ones that have integrity. And that's the piece, guys, where when I say you have no competition out there, most people don't approach and live life in this way. Most people lack integrity. Most people are here on the earth to try to learn integrity. That's just virtue of the nature of our existence. That's fine. But I want you guys to stand out. I want you guys to be that like shining star, because like I said, it's easy for girls to find a guy that has all this these little bits and pieces that I talked about a minute ago. It's hard for women to find people of integrity. And when you stick to your guns and you are that guy, then you're in a whole other class of your own. And once women really understand this and really get to know this about you and learn this about you, it will make your desirability factor go through the roof. And that's just the thing that it's easy to get knocked down, guys, and it's not always easy to show people our side of ourselves where they would get to know you as a man of integrity. But you have to be that person every single day of your life. You have to stick to your guns. You have to keep doing that stuff. And the right women are going to come along and they're going to key in and notice that stuff. And it's going to bring you success. It's going to make people want to gravitate towards you. It's going to make women want to remain involved with you and continue to be drawn to you. But it's such an elusive thing. It's such a hard thing to find. And it's very striking to me. I observe this all the time. This is what I sense about the world around me. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. It's completely up to you, whatever your mindset is, or whatever the way that you observe your surroundings in your life. But I want you to think about that, guys. I want you to think about next time you go out there. I mean, I want you to try to pick and choose out of the room of your surroundings who are the people with integrity and who are those that are not. And I want you to think about that. And I want you to hold that close to you and hold yourself in that regard and be that man really at the end of the day that has integrity, because that is a huge piece that will set you apart. That is a huge thing that will make the difference between, you being a person that doesn't have a lot of competition versus you being someone that does have a lot of competition. Because let me tell you guys, you have a shitload of competition if you're a dirtbag that lacks integrity and you do all that other stuff. You look good, you talk good, you all that kind of stuff. You're just like everybody else. But what sets you apart, what makes you stand out, is the integrity piece. That's it. That's the biggest thing. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Talk to you all soon.